Outside. Well, it's so nice and warm in that block.
Grateful, grateful. Tell me when I'm a cool.
turn the mic off on the camera though. Give me a thumbs up on the live.
Good evening and welcome to this, the Under-18 Boys Cup division. This is playing for second place. Heat already taken the win. Too many points ahead. Raiders leading by 1-0, courtesy of a lovely finish from Cameron Cordero at the near post. Patterson blown up for a stick shield. Now it's the turn of the Raiders to counter down the left-hand side. Redfern fires one into Van Dijk. Van Dijk all the way out around the back they go. Willemse looking for Lekay. Didn't find him on that occasion. Lekay pops one into the middle. Willemse gives chase, but it's cut out. Royals on the charge. Couple of big stick tackles coming in. Greenway couldn't get away from it. Ball up the line, cut out by Funsell. Into the middle goes the number 102. Now all the way to the far side. Royals just looking to build it up, bring it around. But now it's turned over by Adam Leach. Adam Leach drops it off to Van Dijk. Back to Leach. Just out in front of him, and keeper Lorenzo Verissimo steps out and makes a save. A golden opportunity once again for the Raiders to extend their lead. Funsell looks up. He's going to decide to go out to the right-hand side here. All the way to McCulloch. Patterson. Outside now with the number 59. Dinesh Titus. Titus finds a Kotla down the right-hand side. He's going to win the free hit. Kotla gets the ball up onto the back of his stick, and eventually the hit won out by Daniel Willemse. Willemse sends it up the near side. Back to him. He's got Lekay to his right. Over the top finds Anderson. Anderson just not able to trap it. Carrying all the way into the bottom corner. And go the Royals through Stockdale, the skipper. He's missed out on this occasion though. Stockdale receives from Titus. He's looking to win the free hit. He's going to. Titus once again carries. He takes on Lekay, a familiar matchup at Paul Roos. Now into Redfern. Fires forward. Picked up by Funsell, who turns into his own man. Obstruction's going to be the blow. Anderson's going to bring it back. He's got Cordero overlapping on the left-hand side. Decides against it. Finds Van Dijk to Bakapi now. Space out on the far side of the field. Brilliant trap from the number 183. Into the circle they go. Picked by Peter Buerta, the defender from Paul Boys. Taken quickly now. Redfern fires it home. Anderson pops it up. It's in the air. And dangerously lifted is deemed by the umpire. 126. It is looks to be up front for the Raiders, but now Van Sale at the back. Looks to find the connection down the left foot. He can't find it. Carrying down the line. Long corner it is. Redfern steps off for Anderson. Anderson looks to carry 5. Big tackle coming from Titus. Still with the Royals though, as they look now to counter through Stockdale. Finds Anam, Kotla, Masamini. Big ball into the circle, and the first touch of the 102 of Christopher Greenway, letting him down. But a great ball played in. And that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter here. It's under 18 boys cup clash between the Royals and the Raiders. Raiders taking the narrowest of leads, 1-0, courtesy of Cameron Cordero. Join us after the break. Welcome back to the second quarter here in this clash between the Royals and the Raiders. Currently the Raiders holding on to a 1-0 lead. Bit of a false start there as Stockdale gets us underway before the umpires blow the whistle. Patterson sends it out to the left-hand side. Titus, lovely cut-up ball to the number 79. Vasavile Base. Round the back they go through BT. BT finds Poe. Poe out to Cordero. Plenty of space over the top. Ops against it, goes back to Poe. Stockdale gives chase. Cordero wins the free hit. Greenway deemed to be a stick challenge. Now, Lakay looking for Anderson in the midfield, finds Redfern. Redfern, the long handle and dangerously lifted. Redfern keeps going to this long handle hit. It's not working for him. Patterson on the ball. I'd like to see him step high up the field, get Francel to take the free hits. Then you're going to have Patterson receiving the ball here, but that is an overhead waste of possession. Big ball out to the far left-hand corner. Francel gets a stick on it. It's lifted dangerously. Play on is the call though. Greenway sends it, finds Kotla. Stockdale on the charge. He's got Patterson behind him. Patterson carries all the way around. Big stick tackle, and that will be a penalty corner. First one of the day for the Royals. Let's see what they have from the top of the D. So, Francel makes his way to the first castle. You're going to have Patterson standing on the second. So it is Patterson rather, who's going to be on the first. Greenway on the second. Big moment in the game. Can they equalize? Just 2 minutes in. And again, this is something that the umpires clearly have been briefed about, because I've probably seen about 10 or 11 of these where the injector's got to go all the way back because the players on the far right are breaking early. Injection's a miss. Funsell sends it out to Greenway. Greenway tucks it into the bottom corner. And just like that, the scores are level once again. Greenway, a penalty corner that went wrong. He found himself in a good space on the right shoulder. And that'll be 1-1. Raiders through BT around the back. Now with Cordero. Poe. Back to BT. Big ball. Cordero's got space down the line. He's turned inside. Looks for the big ball. Intercept. Seville Basse finds Nklochla. Now with Patterson, who's got space in the midfield. Anderson gives chase. A big contact after the ball. Anderson stands up. Patterson's looking for the overhead over the top. Decides against it again. I want to see him off the ball. Get Funsell into the game. Titus. Tackle. Basse. Funsell. Patterson. Now going to Nklochla out the right-hand side, who carries strong. Back to Patterson, who's into the circle now. Looking for the pass across. Ball pops up dangerously. Play on, says the umpire. And the Raiders, through Milani Bikapi, do so well to get that ball out. Now, once again, Adam Leach on the ball. He needs a T-point lead. He's got no one, so he's going to take on Funsell. Once again, a familiar connection there. Funsell and Leach going at it. Players from Porus. Now Titus drops all the way back. Oh, great hands. Shot comes in. Past the near post. Not exactly what the striker of Zach Wilson-Croft would have liked there. Titus hands over to Funsell. Got Greenway standing in the outside channels here. Patterson with a great receive. Feeds it to Greenway. Dances through, but a double tackle. Beautiful from Anderson and Redfern. De Bruyn. Feeds Van Dijk, who puts it on a foot. Plenty of space for Milani Bikapi on the far side if the Raiders can find him. Anderson moves at 5. And Nklochla makes a steal. A big tackle coming in from the Royals. Number 150, Danny Buss. BT now to Lekay. Lekay attempting to dance through, and that's going to be lifted up dangerously. Once again, all the Royals, every single player is on the other side of the P-spot. Plenty of ability in this Raiders side to get out. De Bruyn goes past 1, goes past 2, shoots from outside the circle. Taken quickly now by Basse. Unfortunately, just not taking it from the desired spot, according to the ump. So it will be the restart for the Royals at the back. Titus. Shimmies 1. Goes for the backhand. It's flat, but out to no one. Just under 4 minutes left. Scores are still level here. Goals courtesy of Christopher Greenway from a penalty corner to answer the early field goal from Cameron Cordero, who scored on the near post. Anderson in plenty of space. Lekay Sends it to BT. BT's got Redfern in the middle. Redfern, slight mistrap. Greenway, though, steps in. Now with Danny Bussa. Patterson. He's got to play up front. Into the circle. Go the Royals. Can they get something out here? BT does well. BT goes on the reverse. He's going to concede the free hit. Patterson steps onto the ball as he has done all day today. Greenway waiting in the flanks. Patterson goes on a dart himself. Beats one, beats two. Into the circle he goes. Redfern picks it up. That's a great tackle from Bussa. Couldn't effect it though. As Anderson looks up, he scans. He's got a big ball across. Bussa though intercepts and he now goes on the charge. Potential stick block, but De Bruyn does well to win it back. Bakapi's open on the right-hand side. Two players free inside the circle for the Raiders. Can De Bruyn find it? He doesn't. And it will just be a long corner. A great counter opportunity squandered there by the Raiders. He had Milani Bakapi with a simple pass down to the right-hand side of the park. And then it would have been Adam Leach entering on the baseline. But here it is, Leach inside the circle. Can he get something out? Shot comes in onto Van Dijk's foot. A brilliant backspace shooting. Masterclass from Adam Leach. Nothing to come from it though. Titus on the ball with just under 2 minutes to play. Fake slap. Sold everyone, including his midfielders. It's end to end. You can see the players huffing and puffing here. They are feeling it. It's been a long tournament, a long weekend, starting on Friday evening. And now, the last game for these two sides. Anderson in the midfield. Carries. Finds Bakapi. And unfortunately, Anderson, as he's carrying into that channel, he brings across everyone, including the free man. And then he still tries to field towards Barse. And even if Bakapi rather, even if Bakapi had received it there, it would have been under pressure. But here we go. Van Dijk. He's got some speed. Familiarly termed as Opa. Wins the free hit just outside the 5. Anderson's going to take this quickly. Cordero needs to pop out. Bakapi now on the ball. Needs a T-point lead. No one's going for him. Sends it out to Willemse. Willemse feeds into Van Dijk. Snapshot. Just wide of the upright. Ball's gone straight through the fence. So it will be a long corner. It looks like it's taken a touch. Van Dijk has scored 3 goals from that zone in the D already in CPL. He knows exactly what he's doing from there. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half here. We remain in a 1-1 deadlock between these two sides. It's all to play for here. Bragging rights and the last game for these two sides at CPL 7.0. Join us after the break. Good evening and welcome back to the second half, third quarter in this under-18 boys cup clash between the Raiders and the Royals. Currently level at 1 apiece. It's been a fairly evenly contested game. Raiders finding their straps, scored first. It was a reply that came from a penalty corner in the second quarter from the Royals, but a lovely receive from Lakay. Now turns onto his inside. He had Leach down a left foot. A simple pass would have done, but Lakay turns over the ball. Titus moves the ball around the back. They're going to look for Van Sale. And took a touch, so it's still going to be with the Royals as they now look to counter down the right-hand side. Keeper steps over, will be a 16. Bakapi sends it to BT. BT's got Lakay in acres of space, if you can see him. Bakapi opts against coming down the line. BT into De Bruyne. Bakapi feeds Lakay. Lakay's got Leach up the line. He plays him. Leach looking for an entry. He's just going to get a long corner. 16 rather. As he runs out of space. Van Sale picks it up, but it's dispossessed by Redfern in the midfield. He looks out to the right. He has got no one. Van Dijk goes on the reverse. Greenway carry strong. Finds Patterson. Patterson couldn't trap. So it's gone all the way back for the Raiders as they look to enter the circle down the bottom end corner. Into the circle they go. It's a cover tackle to back. And brilliant work from the number 140 of Peter Buerta from Parboys High. Patterson turns. Redfern. Now Titus. Out to Nkotla. Drop pass. Picked up by De Bruyne. That's brilliant reading of the game from De Bruyne. Saw it coming. Stepped in. Poe into Redfern. Kicks it out for BT. Bakapi's on the outside. He's got Redfern on the infield. Lakay drops a shoulder and goes. Wins a free hit. Takes it quickly. Off he goes down the right-hand side. Finds Redfern in space. Redfern tucks in, looking for Leach. Onto the foot. And just like that, the second penalty corner for the Raiders. A penalty corner unit that hasn't fired thus far in the tournament. Jacques van Dijk, SA under 17, stands tall at the top of the D. In it goes. Van Dijk flicks low. It's come off a foot. I feel like it should be another re-award, but Van Sale does really well. Nice and low, holding his ground. And results in a long corner. Redfern at the top. He's got De Bruyne off to the left. Goes to Willemse, or Leach rather, who makes the clearance. Titus to Bakapi. To BT. Goes for the long slap through the middle. Leach takes the redirect and no one's on the end of it, so just a 16 awarded. Van Sale looks up. Picked up by Nkotla, just couldn't complete the receive. the brain. Bakapi. No options going forward. He's going to go out the back. There's an overlap here on the right. If Poe can find it, he goes left to Daniel Willemse. Bakapi can extend up the line. Poe into Anderson in a pocket. Turns out onto his reverse. Now the extends coming from the Raiders. Poe into Lakay. Lakay from outside is a great receive onto a foot of Patterson. Bakapi still extending on the right here. Cordero turns out. Now to the left-hand side for Poe. Slaps one long. Just out of reach of the 126 of the Raiders. Zach Wollstonecroft, he's been a great forward for the men in black. Now they go out to the right-hand side. Turned over, won by Cameron Cordero, but initially the steal comes once again from Titus. Anderson makes the steal. Out to the left-hand side. Once again to Anderson. Can he get something out? And he does. On to Fonsel's backstick. And there it is. Penalty corner number 3. Once again, you will have a familiar face of Jacques van Dijk lining up on the first castle. We've said many times before that this Raiders penalty corner unit hasn't fired, scoring only 2 goals in the tournament from penalty corners. Now you have Titus moving on to the second castle. Could this be a variation? It does go to Titus. Fonsel does very well to pop that up. He's going to play it quickly as Fonsel. Down the line, go the Royals. Ati Muduane on this left-hand side did well to just win the free hit. Patterson looks up. Danny Busser sends it out once again. Oh, nearly intercepted by Zach Wollstonecroft. It's fingertip stuff. He was away. Into Patterson. Under pressure. He's looking for the ball out to the left-hand side. He dances through the pocket, though. Long handle. Comes out. There's a high-lying striker. It's taken a touch. So it will be a long corner. Daniel Wasserman gives chase. Sends it out to Busser. Steps off for Patterson. Patterson finds Fonsel. Fonsel under pressure from Wollstonecroft. Wollstonecroft nearly effects the turnover. Once again, he would have been away. He would have had just the singular defender of Peter Buerta to deal with at the back. Anderson turns it over once again. He's carrying. Can he find a connection? Breaks inside. Turns into Patterson. Redfern is breaking that outside line. Lakay turns out, sends it back to Willemse. They need a fetcher here, do the Raiders. Redfern eventually moves into the midfield. Poe sends it up the line, but is gifted possession back to the Royals. Van Dijk steals once again. Lifted ball to Cordero. Over the stick. And another 16 awarded to the Royals. Just 2 minutes left on the clock in this third quarter. We remain level at 1 apiece. Ati Muruane looking for the ball. Lakay dancing around, making it look difficult. Van Sale pumps one up, finds the high-lying striker. Here we go. This is a chance for the Royals. Willemse does well, sweeping up around the back. Poe can't get a hold of it. Stockdale takes it quickly. And he's going to get on the ball first. He's going to have a dart. Kotla on the ball, goes down to the baseline. Will win just a long corner. Titus. Danny Busser. Off a left foot, and he was looking for Nkotla on the deflection. Didn't find him. 1 minute left on the clock now. Willemse looks up. He's got no options. He's got to go back to BT. Carries as the Royals retreat into their half-court press. The dying seconds of this quarter, there's definitely one last attack. BT looks up, finds De Brain sends a wounded rabbit back out to BT. Willemse looks up, doesn't see anything. 40 seconds left. BT's got the wind behind him. Decides against the chuck. Into De Brain once again from Poe. He's got to turn out. You want to see the Raiders really wheel around here on the right-hand side. Get Lakay moving into the 23 as they're going to find now Redfern. Can he turn out? He turns back to De Brain, but the space was here with Willemse. And this has now launched a counter-attack. 8 seconds left on the clock. We fear it won't be enough time for the Royals as they move now to the left. And that'll be that for the third quarter. We remain level at 1 apiece. All to play for here in the fourth and final. Don't go anywhere. We'll join you after the break. Good evening and welcome back to the fourth and final quarter here. The penultimate game of the Under-18 Boys Cup section. Heat have already taken the win. These two sides are battling it out for the second place slot. Willemse on the ball, sends it out. It has been just the 2 goals thus far in the game. The opener coming from Cameron Cordero in the first quarter. The reply was from Christopher Greenway off a flick. Nkotla on the ball, sends it out to Stockdale. Stockdale goes on a charge. Willemse gives chase. Stockdale, ball across the face. Just deemed to be the back of the stick, so it will be just another 16. BT looks up, scans the field as the Royals retreat all the way into a half-court press. It's going to give the Raiders a lot of space to work with on this outside channel. Willemse sends it out once again. BT's got space on the left. Great receive as Redfern goes into space. Van Sale turns out. Finds Nkotla. Drop pass for Patterson. Sends it to Stockdale up the left-hand side. He's going to look for Nkotla. He does. Into the circle they go. Can they find something out? Onto a foot, and that's going to be penalty corner number 2 for the Royals. The first goal going 1 from 1, the Royals, thus far in the game in terms of penalty corners. Stockdale gets ready on the injection. You've got Patterson on the first, goes to Patterson, eliminates the first wave. BT's steps on it. Greenway, the goal scorer, does well to just put on a foot, and they'll have another go at the top. Penalty corner number 3. Injection comes in. Patterson goes low, beats the keeper for speed. And just like that, in the 4th quarter, the Royals take the lead in the game for the first time. Patterson on the scoreboard. Willemse sends it across to De Bruin, who's under pressure from Bussa. Raiders into the circle. De Bruin onto a foot, and what a reply. Within a minute of the previous goal, the Raiders are up the other end in the circle for a penalty corner. Their 4th one of the game. Yet to score off a penalty corner are the Raiders. They are desperately looking for a flicker. One would have thought Jacques van Dijk would be that man. It just hasn't come off for him this weekend. Now, Lekay injects. Goes to De Bruin. They go to Anderson, who tries the roundhouse. And onto the back stick. Now, Royals on the counter, and Kotla on the ball. Looks up. He's going to lose out to Bakapi. In the middle for Anderson. Anderson sends one across. All the way to Lekay. Lekay wins one just outside the circle. Another PC advantage. Shot. And wide. Leach left with his hands on his head as Erasmus in the coaching box takes a seat. Out to the left-hand side come the Royals. Under pressure is Patterson. He lifts it up. Can he turn inside? He does beautifully. He's got a pass all the way outside to the right to Greenway. Greenway meets him towards the top of the D. Poe clears, takes a touch off the brain. Possession still with the Royals. Fansel. Now with Artie into the midfield for Greenway. Greenway carrying up, pops it onto a foot. Patterson turning, loses out. Leach sends it back for Daniel Willemse. He's going to send it back out, go around the back. All the way out to Poe on the far side. Now, with Van Dijk, who gives a shove to Van Zyl. He's got to be careful. You don't want to be conceding a card going into the last quarter here. Van Zyl. Greenway. Back to Van Zyl. Recycled to Titus. Grabs the foot. is the brain. A massive collision. I don't think that's worth any card. He's going to get a yellow card for it. I feel that's very harsh. He has collided with him, but I think that's just the speed at which they're running in. But anyway, Raiders down to 10 for the remainder of the game. Big tackle coming in on Anderson. Can't get the pass away. Van Sale is going to carry to safety. Goes for the reverse. Backspace shot. LeKay gets back in to defend. All the way outside now to Redfern. He's got Leach running down the line. That was a great lead by Leach down the touchline. Would have been a ball to space. And LeKay once again finds Willemse, who's dispossessed. That will be just a free hit. Lucky to get away with that, I feel, Willemse. Patterson sends it out to Van Sale. Van Sale into the midfield to Greenway. Big ball across. No one's there for the number 131 of Trent McCulloch. Royals once again sit all the way back into their own half. Willemse is going to look up. He's going to have Cordero. Maybe Cordero can open the line up here. LeKay carries up the line. Couple of shoves. This could be penalty corner worthy. The shot comes in from Wollstonecroft. No one was there at the far post. With just under 3 minutes left on the clock. Can the Raiders find an answer here? Over the top. Picked up by Daniel Willemse. Adam Leach gives chase. Willemse. Past one, past two. Will win the free hit just outside. Anderson's got Cordero out to the right. He's going on his own. Fires one in. Van Sale once again picks up. Carries. He's under pressure from Cordero. Can't get anything away. You don't want to concede a free hit here if you are the Raiders. And as I say that, he's cleared it over the baseline as we into the last 2 minutes. Van Sale finds Patterson in a great cutout ball. And Kochler now enters through the left shoulder. The shot comes in. There was the diving Stockdale in on the far post, but I don't think it would have mattered. It looked to be off the back of the stick for me. Cordero pressed. Goes around the outside. He's got a ball up the line. Now, Kochler once again on the carry. He can arc inside and find Patterson. He opts against it. He's now going in on his own through the midfield. Redfern with a great tackle to Van Dijk. Sends it out to Anderson, who's going to turn. Good ball. Van Dijk on the baseline. Wollstonecroft rather. He's just marked a long corner. Redfern on the ball. Beattie. Out to LeKay. 20 seconds left on the clock. You feel this is the last effort for the Raiders. Patterson takes it towards the sideline. He's going to go to the corner. He's going to have to hold on to it for a long time. And it will be a long corner. 10 seconds left on the clock. 9. Can Anderson get something out? Into the circle it goes. Deflected away for a long corner. And that will be that. The final whistle goes here for these two teams at CPL 7.0. A brilliant game that's ended in a 2-1 win for the Royals as they take home the second spot. Join us in a bit for the post-match interviews.